Hexers, I'm Mocog, and this is another episode of Alpha Tech. Today we're taking a look at two of the early mechanics that have been spoiled so far. We're taking a look at Lifegain and its corollary, Lifedrain. Now, one of these is a subset of the other. Lifegain is just a general term and Lifedrain is a very specific mechanic, but they each have their own representations in the game, and we're going to take a quick look at the differences between them. First, let's take a look at Lifegain. Lifegain is simply adding points to your life total. And this effect has a couple ups and a couple downs, as it's represented in the game. Lifegain adds turns to your play. If you're gaining life, it is much more difficult for your opposing player to take you out. It is also very demoralizing once you've achieved a control state to watch your opponent's life total get higher and higher and you not be able to reduce it. The downside to this, though, is that most pure forms of life gain produce card disadvantage, which means you may gain a turn, but your opponent ends up maintaining a better board state in the process. So, many times, your turn ends up being only a turn and not a winning opportunity. So for the cards that have life gain to be effective, they typically have to be coupled with something that stays on the board, and that is a very important distinction. Lifedrain, on the other hand, being a subset of life gain, falls under the being coupled with a permanent in most cases. Lifedrain is whenever damage is dealt to either the opposing champion or to a troop, you gain that much life as well. So you get rewarded for performing an action that you needed to do anyway. It puts for whatever specific permanent the target is, typically a troop, you get rewarded for doing what a troop needs to do, and that is advance your board state through attacking or defense. The downside of this is it is very easy to sideboard against within specific blocks. The other part is that it can also be countered. The Ember Witch exists already in set 1, and you can imagine it's going to be a constant sideboard against the Lifedrain deck. Now, there are some specific cards that are really good examples that are great life gain cards, but don't necessarily maximize life gain. So the first one happens to be Soothing Breeze. This is a generally bad card because though you gain 7 life from playing it, you gain card disadvantage. So you had to put a card in your deck that gave you a turn but no board presence. And that lack of board presence means that an aggressive deck just attacks you again. And many times, if they attacked you for 3 one turn, they might be attacking you for 7 the next turn. And by giving them that attempt at board presence, they are able to outpace the amount of turns you got from Soothing Breeze. The next one's the card like Eternal Youth. Eternal Youth is a fantastic escalation effect, but it is unlikely that you're going to readily pull another Eternal Youth when you need it. If you happen to have 2 in hand, it can be a fantastic delay, but that's not going to happen in all scenarios, and it still produces card disadvantage every time you play it. But then you have other cards, like the Glimmer Witch. She is an on-curve 3 for 3/3 that when you play her, you gain life. So she allows you to maintain board presence while gaining. That is a fantastic card and a fantastic use of life gain. Then you have cards like the Adamantian Scrivener. This one allows you to gain a life every time that you play troops. So by enhancing your board presence, you gain life. That's also a fantastic example of needing a permanent card with the life gain ability to make it useful. But then we have Lifedrain, and Lifedrain has a couple very fantastic cards. One of them happens to be Princess Victoria. She can reduce her cost, she starts with Lifedrain, and she gives other troops Lifedrain. That is a fantastic bomb that happens early. But then you have Ozawa Cosmic Elder. This late game bomb comes into play, hits with Lifedrain, and all of the damage it deals is going to come right back to your health total. So that is a game swinging card. But you see, there's still life gaining abilities that are rewarding positive winning behavior. So the difference between life gain and life drain is which one really enhances the winning behavior. So in this case, life drain is hands down a better mechanic than pure life gain. It gets even more fantastic when you begin combining the two. So if you start having a Glimmer Witch with life drain abilities, or bring in the Adamantian Scrivener and support it with Princess Victoria or Ozawa Cosmic Elder, you start having an army that requires some defeating. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, hit the like and subscribe button, favorite it, and share it with those other Hexers out there. I'm Mocog, and this is Hex Hunter.